I just want to take a moment here and tell everybody that we're watching The Watchful Citizen. It's sponsored by the Lancaster County Democrats. My name is Barbara Baier. Our guest is Deb Weber. She is the Executive Director of the Lincoln Arts Council. And you were going and talking about the brain power of the creative side. And I want to talk a moment about what do the arts do for economic development? I mean, we have this economic downturn, and it's easy to say, well, gee, the arts are too expensive. We can't afford them.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, the cool thing about the arts is that they do generate a lot of economic activity in our community. Back in 2007, we completed a study with Americans for the Arts that was funded by a local foundation. And in that study, we found out that in Lincoln, the arts generate $36 million in economic activity. That's conservatively in a year.
Wow.
And so we generate about $1.5 million in local tax and another 1.5 in state tax. And so there is a lot of economic opportunity that comes to our community. 19% of the people who attend art events are from outside Lincoln. Now, we'd like to grow that number, and so we've done a few marketing campaigns in Kansas and Missouri to try and bring people from those communities to Lincoln to participate in the arts. We know further that it's more than just numbers, that the arts in a community bring people who are smart, who are here spending money on other things besides the arts, and that we attract businesses. A community that's vibrant because of the arts has been proven to be a very important part for business development as well.
It has a lot to do with quality of life issues.
It absolutely does. It's fun because as an Arts Council director, I get phone calls from people. Someone who, back when we had Altel, called and said that he was considering a position here and that his wife was in choirs, and he wanted to know, were there choirs in Lincoln that his wife could participate in? And of course there are community choirs in Lincoln. So we do, there's a lot of reasons that people want to come to Lincoln, and the arts are a very core factor in that.
Well, it sounds like the Lincoln Arts Council does an awful lot with just a little bit of funding. So you probably have need for volunteers. Could you tell us how the community could get involved with the Lincoln Arts Council?
Absolutely. Well, we have a variety of events that I've already talked about. The Mayor's Arts Awards, the Lincoln Arts Festival, the National Arts Program, and each of those events takes a body of people to get the event completed. And one way that you can get involved is to get onto our website, artscene.org, and look there for volunteer opportunities. We do list them based on projects in different times of the year. They change. The Lincoln Arts Festival takes about 100 volunteers that weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big event. We have all of those artists that we try to take care of to the best of our ability. So we have a variety of things that we need that weekend in terms of assisting artists and just getting that event going, all the tents that have to be set up. So there's those sorts of opportunities, hands-on things. We also look for volunteers in our office. We have one volunteer that has been with us for, I believe, about 8 years.
Oh, wow.
And he works 8 hours a week, and he has since become an artist himself.
Cool.
Which is a great story in itself. So we have those kinds of opportunities as well, working in the office.
Well, I'm going to back up for a second. You said something about that the Lincoln Arts Council seeks to raise resources for artists. Now, I think that your approach to this is very unique. You often will sponsor things like that bike art thing. And can you explain how that all works?
How we bring in resources for artists?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we do is we try to become professionals in a variety of topics. Artists benefit from good business practices just like any business does. So we try to generate funds for artists through teaching them how to do their business. Another thing that we do, of course, is we go out and we write grants to help fund arts programming in Lincoln. The Lincoln Arts Council project grants that I mentioned that we've just finished a round of. So those are ways that we try to help the artists. Another big thing that we do is to have our website, artscene.org. We like for Lincoln to come to one spot to see all that is happening in the arts. And so we look at that as a marketing opportunity for arts organizations and artists. So in that way, we are also trying to support their work.